Hello everybody, my name is Roy Johnson, and that was a spike on my thing because my Audacity is fucking shit right now. But, yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. But anyway, welcome back to a new type of Movie Mumbles. We're both really excited for this. Also, Womble's here, so, yeah.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, he forgot about me.
He's about as enthusiastic and as optimistic as usual. So we're off to a good start.
Yeah.
So, as we announced in the last Movie Mumbles, we're starting things off fresh, a new start. This is like the brand new season of Movie Mumbles. Although he doesn't want to refer to as seasons, he's just
It's just a fucking podcast.
Yeah, I mean, podcasts have seasons. Like, it's not.
Although, having said that, when I pitched you this idea, I said, "Oh, let's split up the things into series or seasons."
Yes,
but I didn't actually mean like as a TV show series. I just meant like each topic or each theme is like a new series of an adventure.
For those of you who have not been familiar with this new Movie Mumbles format, basically, what we've decided to do is make this like a movie club where we've set up a theme, and Womble and I are going to take turns picking movies that fit in that theme, and most of the time it's going to be a surprise what the other person's picking. We know the first two movies at least because we're trying to set things up, but afterwards
they weren't meant to know that.
I'll cut that part out, actually.
No, it doesn't matter.
I cut that part out. Okay.
It really doesn't matter.
Restart that again.
No. Keep going.
We've both picked a theme, basically, and we're both taking turns picking movies. It's going to be a surprise when that happens. And the first theme we're doing is animation, and the first film I picked for that is the movie we're going to be talking about today, the Disney 2016 animated film that's not Moana, Zootopia.
Wait, that's not what?
Moana. The other Disney movie. Moana.
Wait, what? Did I miss something? When did that come out?
You're tickling me with like the lies right now. You're seriously not heard of it? Come on, literally.
No, I generally haven't. I haven't heard of that one. Is that really in that last couple of
literally
weeks?
What, you seriously not know about Moana? Like,
no,
that's literally been released this month. It's
okay. Yeah, I've not actually been to the cinema for the last month.
Seriously, but you've never heard of? I'm serious.
I don't watch movie trailers. I don't watch things like that. Nope.
Well, are you
never heard of it?
I can't. I'm seriously. I can't believe you're not joking. I can't believe you've not heard of Moana until now. Like, seriously.
I've heard of Mulan.
That's not related at all. It's.
I was hoping. Actually, no, I wasn't. I don't want them to remake that film. That film was brilliant.
Yeah. Well, they're remaking other. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so pretty.
Okay. Yeah.
Ah, jeez. That's a whole different shitstorm we're doing. Finally, I wanted to actually have this podcast recorded and released around the same time as Moana because that was the recently released Disney movie that's coming out. So I thought that would be appropriate. But
that's why you were trying to push this episode, because I've been really busy, and Roy's just been like, yeah, let's record. And I was just like, whoa, just calm down.
It doesn't really...
There's no rush.
Well, also because we just announced it, and I think it'd be cool just to get it out now to, like, so we don't wait a while and keep people waiting. But seriously, I can't believe you haven't heard of Moana. Seriously.
No, not at all. Anyway, let's get a start. Right, okay, so we've both watched this film within the last couple of days. Roy, I believe you've made notes.
Yeah,
Did you
I've made some slight notes. Literally, doesn't really matter.
Oh, we should probably start our timers.
Oh yeah, well when so we're gonna be starting pretty soon. But just to know, we're gonna be talking about Zootopia, and we've both recently watched it, and it's going to be a really awesome discussion because. Prior to this, Womble has not seen the movie, while I have seen it, and it's going to be interesting to see what he thinks about it. I'm kind of hoping he likes it, because I really love this movie. But, okay, so we're going to start our timers, and we have a 25-minute timer, because we really do not want these things to go on for too long. We really don't want these things. I've been dealing with, like, hour-long episodes, and you've been hopefully watching them, but still... we're using these timers to run by this, okay? So we're going to be starting our timers, and now. So, Zootopia. You should talk first, Womble, for this, because you are the newbie to it, so just recollect your feelings on the topic, okay?
Okay, right, so, well, let's break it down first. So, it's effectively a film where the main characters are like the whole world is populated by intelligent animals. There are no humans in the world. The animals act like humans, which I would say for the greater lore of Zootopia, that would mean that there's probably at some point been humans around, but that's all hearsay. There's not really humans are never mentioned, are they?
No.
But it is about a little rabbit called Hops or Carrot. I can't quite remember her full name.
Her name is Judy Hopps. But yeah,
that's it. That's the one.
Yep.
But I do remember the actress. That was Guinevere Goodwin. The only reason I remember that was because she was in a film about Johnny Cash, Walk the Line. That's the only reason I know her name. That's literally the only reason.
Yeah, I don't know her.
But she did the voice for Hops. And it's about her I suppose for the first act is about her underdog story of trying to make it in a predator's world. And then it twists, and then it becomes a very clever movie about racial themes and racial profiling and dealing with that in society. By the way, there's going to be spoilers.
Yeah.
So if you haven't actually seen Zootopia,
we're literally going to spoil. We're going to literally spoil everything because this.
Yeah, literally going to. Because actually, it's got two names. There's Zootopia and then there's Zootropolis.
Well, yeah, that's you British people have that different name.
Well, actually, no. It's the Americans. The Zootropolis is the actual name now. The Zootopia is the original title that it was given in cinematic views. But the actual digital release is Zootropolis.
I don't what,
which is actually really difficult. It's on Internet Movie Database. It's Zootropolis. It really confused me because I was looking for Zootopia on Google Play.
But it's Zootopia. Everyone calls it Zootopia. Why is it? I don't even get that.
I don't know. I don't know. It's Disney getting that oars in and trying to change something that didn't need changing at the last minute.
Okay, one interesting thing to point out is that this has nothing to do with anything we're going to be discussing, but speaking of like different like regional things, at the very end when they announced like the sheep characters getting arrested, and you maybe you saw a moose, or they have two casters, one's a jaguar lady, and the other guy's a different person based on the region you watching the movie. Like for us Americans and Canadians, we have a moose, and I don't know if you guys watch a different version or if it's a different character.
Oh, actually, I didn't notice that. I thought he was a polar bear actually.
Well, that could be. Wait, the newscaster you're talking about?
Hold on.
Let's talk about news.
Yeah, the newscaster. I don't know actually. That's a good question. I could just pull up the movie right now because I have it on Google Play.
Well, I don't know what you UK people get, but like at the very end, like we're talking about the very end of it. So
while we're on the very end, I know we're skipping right to the ending. That's a Shakira bit with the gazelle was just awful.
Okay.
It was goddamn awful.
I mean, okay, it's okay. So we can talk about Shakira all we want. So apparently the UK gets a corgi. Corky.
A corgi.
Yeah.
A corgi. Oh right. Okay. Yeah, I know why. That's the version I saw is actually a moose.
Yeah. So you probably saw the American version. I don't know how
it's from the Google Play Disney in the UK.
Yeah.
So that's the Google store. So that's where I got it.
Maybe
from.
It's like theaters.
Zootropolis.
Well, we want to talk about Shakira because that song is a big part of.
No. I don't.
I like the song. I mean, actually, I like Shakira. I'm not the biggest fan of the song itself. I know where they're trying to go with that song.
Well, I think a lot of movies are doing this at the moment. They're trying to get like really cool pop. It's with Trolls. They're trying to get really good pop musicians, or that were once good pop musicians, and put a really good pop soundtrack over the top. And yeah, it doesn't work. It just feels shoved in and cheesed in, and the main song is actually really at the end. Actually, no, it's played twice.
Yeah.
The first time is when she's traveling from the farm to the city. Another scene that I didn't like because it was just a generic, oh look, we're going from one place to another, let's just have some panning things to show the train going over. You've got the crappy music over the top.
Look, to give it credit though, to give it credit, I think that scene works better than most of them because let's face it, this is the first time we're seeing Zootopia, whatever the fuck it's called. It's a really imaginative world. I think it has some fantastic world building to how they created this world where literally animals can exist. This is not some saying bullshit where oh, they're just animals, but it's basically just New York or something. They actually created a whole world that feasibly these animals could live in if they lived in a human-like society. And I do agree it is more generic, but I do think people kind of want to look back and see what kind of crazy world they're about to spend the movie into.
I think that they could have done that scene a hell of a lot better with just like some really, like, instead of just like the upbeat pop music which you see in every single film. And animation has such wide possibilities. Like, you can literally do anything with animation. They could have made that however they liked, and just to have some generic crappy pop music because she was listening to it in her headphones or on the radio as she's driving there or whatever. It's just lazy filmmaking, and I expect better from Disney, to be honest. And actually, if you look at, like, say, Pixar, and you look at WALL-E, when the opening credits of that, there's hardly any music actually playing over the top of that, and the bits that you are is actually all about the character. You're getting the music from the character, and that is the same scope. Like, you're looking at this world, and it's kind of awesome, like all the rubbish piled up on each other. And that's actually that's the difference between Disney solo movies and Pixar, is the music. The music is a big thing. But I also want to link in another film that does the exact same thing that you just described, something of awesome animals, and you see them for the first time, and I'm talking about Jurassic Park. So when they're on the island and Dr. Grant sees the dinosaurs for the first time, and then you get da 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 da. It's such an iconic piece of music.
Okay.
And this is just some pop trash that nobody's going to remember in like 2 years' time.
So yeah, we're diverting it a bit. Let's actually talk about the movie, because you mentioned Trolls.
No, that was actually in my notes. The music was actually in my notes, so I have actually.
I know, but I want to talk more about the movie as itself rather than just aspects of it, because I do want to see. So, okay, you mentioned Trolls as an example of that, and I haven't seen Trolls, but I've heard it's pretty terrible. But this movie, awful. It has to be way better than Trolls, because
this is a good movie.
I like.
Okay, so I would class this as a good movie. It's not a brilliant movie. I think recently I've seen better animation, like Kubo and the Two Strings was just above and beyond by a long way to what Zootopia is, and that's because it was storytelling to the like the utmost ability, and they had relatable characters and really kind of actual controversial themes as well. So there's similar sort of stuff going on. What I did like with Zootopia it was the themes. The themes of the film were really well handled and really well done.
Yeah, I feel like Disney was actually risking something. Like, we all know Disney is like big corporation. They usually, like, even if they made good films, they haven't really risked. Like, they haven't really. No. I think this film though. Not only was it...
Well, the last really good Disney animation that I watched was Wreck-It Ralph. That's the one that I enjoyed the most. And I actually would put Wreck-It Ralph as probably just above Zootopia. And that's not because of, like, the themes or anything. I just think that Wreck-It Ralph sold the character better. Like, there was a lot more on the characters. Whereas I think Zootopia focused too much on the themes. And I think it lost its way a little bit with the characters. Like, there's a definite lull in the second act when Carrots goes back to her village, and then you're just waiting for the story to carry on, and there's a few necessary things that have to happen, and it just kind of drags on a little bit.
I disagree, because I say I really enjoyed, like, the story of Zootopia. I really enjoy the characters. For me, I feel like I feel these characters are very relatable. Like, yes, they all, like, in some ways exhibit a theme, but I think, like, they make it work. Like, each character, like, as you said, it's not all about the theme, but each character, in a way, helps reinforce that kind of theme of... It's a very obvious one. Don't judge a book by its cover, or don't let, like, prejudice and stuff, like, get you down.
Yeah, and like I said, they handle that theme really, really well. But also, because I had to research this, because I wasn't sure when I watched it, but... when I went through, it has this feeling that there's a lot of different writers and there's a lot of different inputs. So, like, one scene is very different to the other. So, like, the first act, for instance, like that very first beginning bit where she's...
Like, the child?
Like, as a kid, like, it's a very different feel to, say, like, when she goes over to Zootropolis, which, to be fair, like, that's going to happen anyway. Like, that's kind of like the thing that you expect in movies, but the humor was sacrificed in places. Actually, Actually, having said that, I actually quite like the fact that there wasn't as much humour in this, and that they focused on the theme. But I don't know, I'm being incredibly picky, because it is a really good film, and I'm trying to really nitpick, and really trying to pick up points where, like, I would critically say, yeah, maybe they could improve here. Like, I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy this. I really did enjoy this, and I'll probably watch this again, and I'll probably still enjoy it. In fact, I might enjoy it the second time, because now I sort of know more about it. And
yeah, I think I actually really appreciate, like, the plot actually is very well constructed. I got, like, literally, I don't think, like, you can prove me wrong, but I don't think there's actually a scene that's wasted. I feel like every scene has a purpose, and, like, they're setting up something that will, like, be a major part in the film, or it's a very key emotional moment. I feel like the writing is, like, it might have, like, some weird emotional, like, terms, but I feel like it's very well constructed in terms of, like, how the plot's set up. Like, even though it does go through, like, 2 phases, I feel like they do well in wielding that plot together, and, like, all these little elements, like the night flowers, or the night howlers thing, I think was very excellent.
I thought that was actually really good. That was really well handled. Like, especially the dogs, like the night howlers. Oh, they're wolves. Goddamn wolves always howling like that or whatever. Oh, and Jason Bateman as the fox. Oh, what's the fox name? I thought he was fantastic.
Nick Wilde
I thought this phenomenal voice acting.
I think both of the actors, the main actors, do a really well job.
Yeah. Idris Elba, he was brilliant.
Yeah,
I didn't recognize that was Idris Elba.
Yeah, he has a very problem. I think all those characters do a good job. All the people, like, the performances do a good job. But I really think, like, Judy and Nick, the 2 main characters, really make this film work. Because they have, like, I mean, it's kind of, you kind of see this relationship before. Like, first they have to reluctantly work together, but then they become best friends. But I think they really handled this situation well. Especially because they're a fox and a bunny. They traditionally eat each other. Or, like, they're enemies and such.
Yes. Yeah. I did like that they did that route, but I think we've seen that before. I mean, look at Madagascar, where you've got a lion and a zebra, and the whole theme of that is the lion trying to outdo his natural instinct of eating his friend, basically. And, like, that is literally the whole film. So it's not the first time we've seen this. I think it's probably the first time that we've seen, like, the social profiling on such a grand scale in animation, but we have seen other animated films that deal with these topics before. I want to give the film credit also for making the fact that these characters have evolved. Like, they could have easily had it, the predators are acting wild because it's in their instincts, and it very much makes you think that's it at first, and because it does instill, like, a kind of prejudice. Like, you can also, like, it's not a perfect parallel to, like, racism or prejudice in a way. Yeah.
But it's still, like, very well handles that kind of idea. And it really makes you care for the characters.
What I kind of think where this could improve was that maybe they could have made this film only for adults. So get rid of the kid audience in it. Like, really, really make it very gritty and hard, and something really, like, R-rated, not like Sausage Party, but something really hardcore. And I think there's a definite market for those sort of films at the moment.
You're never gonna,
especially with, like, Deadpool and Sausage Party. But no, you're never gonna get.
You're never gonna get an R-rated Disney movie. Just like not from Disney animation, at least. I'm not gonna get it.
No. Not just yet. I would like to see it, though, because this material is just right for that sort of.
I can see it. I can definitely see that. Yeah.
Thing, and I think that it would just, because we like I said, we've seen it before. Like, so even in other Disney films, like Aladdin, that's got slavery in that with the genie. And racial profiling. It is. No. That is slavery. The genie is a slave. Okay. You have Aladdin, who is poor, so that's social classes. And there's also the race thing with Jafar and Jasmine.
I don't know. I think you're kind of picking at straws right now.
Well, no. I mean, it's not hit exactly on the nose, but they do deal with those issues in those films. So it's not the first time we've seen it. I feel that Disney have slowly been working up the courage to do something like this, but I just feel that they could have just done a little bit more and made it really hardcore. Like, something that we haven't ever seen before is a really R-rated, hardcore animation, at least not from Hollywood, we haven't, animation about some really controversial themes. Like, I've seen it in animes before, obviously.
Yeah.
And, in fact, there's some great animes. And there's actually some really good stuff in that came out of Israel not long ago to do with war and stuff like that. And I thought that was really well handled. It could have been better. Like, I think it definitely deserves all the hype. It's a very, very good film. And I am really nitpicking, like I am. So, yeah.
Okay, so what's...
I did really enjoy it.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you liked it. I can understand your critiques.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think this might be, of the recent... Like, I think, honestly, Disney's gone through, like... Since they've kind of sucked in the 2000s, I think they've actually increased in property. I wouldn't know... I'm not sure if it's a second renaissance, as some people claim. But they've definitely been improving their skills in making quality films.
Definitely. Well, I think what helped... was Disney took on Pixar.
Yeah, no. John Lasseter is like amazing.
Yeah, John Lasseter, he was a massive influence, and he kind of inspired the younger generation, because now all the animators and in the animation studios at Disney, they're all in like the 25, 26 sort of age bracket. And, well, most of them, not all of them, most of them.
Younger people, like...
And they all got inspiration from, like, Pixar, which was a Disney property at the time. Are they still twinned with Disney?
Yeah, they are.
Sure.
They are.
They are.
They are connected.
Okay. So
they used to not be.
I think that has inspired. Yeah, I think they had like a few.
They had a falling out.
A year off. A falling out for a year, and then
they came back.
They jumped back onto ship. Yeah, I just feel that. They are steadily improving, and if you look over the whole Disney products, not just the animation side, like you look at say their live action things with Star Wars, they're hitting that out the park. We've seen one
for now we're gonna see how that goes.
I would say they're hitting it in the right direction.
Yeah,
like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like that is just going leaps and bounds. Although they're not actually involved in distribution. I don't think the next Spider-Man, which is interesting because that's Sony.
Anything else you want to add?
I think we hit all my points.
I think we should just talk about specifics now. Since this is spoiler-free, we don't have to be too generic about what we liked about some parts of the film. Let's talk with the specific part. For fun, it's nothing really significant, but the sloth scene, which you've seen in every every fucking trailer. I'll be honest, I actually really like it. I know some people who fucking hate that scene. They just because it's literally in every fucking trailer is the sloth scene.
Well, making jokes of the DMV. Like the DMV is always slow. That was Monsters Inc. that did that as well.
Yeah, but it's just I just love the sloth scene. It's just they could have made it. I think they could have made it even like I think they played it right where it's not you don't feel like as bored as the characters are. So I think that one worked.
It wasn't as overimposing. Like it didn't outshadow like any of the story or anything like that.
And it got a funny joke at the very end. Remember when the sloth is the one that was speeding? Yeah, it did.
Yes, I kind of saw that coming though. I kind of saw it as soon as those characters were introduced. They're sloths. Like it's like one of them's going to be speeding at the DMV. They've got to be. I could see it coming from a mile away. I'm gonna have a sweet.
Also, speaking of risking, there was a nudist colonies scene, which was also that whole thing was.
Yeah. Didn't have any buttholes though, which makes me think how the animals in Zootopia actually poop.
Yeah, that's the biggest concern about this movie.
Yeah, no. How do they poop? How do they reproduce?
They have a butt. Disney's not going to animate a butt. Like there's not. This is not. What was that movie? Secret Life of Pets, where they show the butts.
Did they?
You said in your review, right? They showed like a butt, right? In Secret Life.
I can't remember.
That's not a memory.
I've blocked the Secret Life of Pets out of my head. I didn't like that at all.
Okay, so I think we're getting close to closing time. We still talk for a few minutes afterwards, but one thing I want to make sure. Okay, so everyone on like Tumblr or everyone's just interested in this one question. What do you think? At the very end of the movie, do you think Judy and Nick are a couple or are they just friends?
I would hope they're just friends.
I mean, like bestiality.
I've had enough of Disney girl and boy decide that at the end of each fucking movie that they're gonna get together, but it's fucking Disney, isn't it? So they're probably a couple because that's what Disney do.
I will give them credit. They made it ambiguous. They didn't state that they were officially a couple. No. But so I give them credit. I'm more of a shipper of those two, but that's just me being.
I would say they're friends. I would say they're really close friends. The only reason I'm saying that is because I've got close friends like that. Everything they did gave me no indication that they were ever sexually attracted to each other.
I wouldn't say.
How would that even work? How would that even work? That is a fox and a fucking rabbit.
I'm not saying it's like sexual or anything. I'm just more of a romantic in a way. So I not like successfully, but like
I'm not a romantic at all.
But yeah.
And on that note.
But like, is there anything else you want to get? Like any little things about the film before we close off? Because we're getting close, but I'm
little things about the film. So, like I said before, getting these sort of films with like big pop stars, it's happening more and more, and it just for me, it just takes something away from the movie experience because. There are moments in that. There were moments in this film when I just turned off. I just was not interested.
I will admit. Like I remember they advertised the shit out of the Shakira character. She really doesn't really have a purpose in the film. I don't think she doesn't.
Other than to sing.
I will give them that. I'll give them that. Like she doesn't. I mean, she does. Like she is proactive in the cause, and I guess that's interesting. I mean, she has tigers as bodyguards, and she's a gazelle, so that's something. Like, they do all these kinds of different, like, subversions of, like, things like the fat cheetah guy, and the...
I did like Idris Elba's character. Like, I thought that his...
Yeah, he wasn't just... He's not... I mean, he's definitely a mean boss, but he's much more understanding than these characters usually are in these types of situations. Like, you can understand why he's hard on Judy, because she did literally came out of, like, university or police academy. Now she wants to be a big cop. So, yeah.
And the whole Sly Fox thing was very well handled.
Yeah.
Throughout the like, the popsicle thing made me laugh. I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah. That was a genuine laughter of, yeah, he's a con man.
Yeah.
And the Chihuahua that was his son, but then had a really deep voice. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. So wait, there's one more thing. Oh, quick thing. What do you think of the villain? Like the sheep.
The villain.
At the end.
I saw that coming from a mile away.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that was so obvious. It's a Disney.
They've done this recent trend where, like, they have, this guy's the super main big villain. Nope, it's that other character you didn't expect. They did that in Frozen. They did that in Wreck-It Ralph. They did that in Big Hero 6. Like, I don't think they've done it in Moana, but I've heard that film doesn't have a big antagonist. Like, not at all. Of course, you don't know nothing about Moana, so this is falling on deaf. But like, do you notice that trend?
All of those films that you mentioned that it's this character. No, it's not. It's this character. Like, whenever that's happened, it's so obvious because they introduce the good character gone bad really, really early in like a really stupid way.
We both. That's my timer too. We both stopped. Well, continue. You continue. We have a few minutes. I prefer the more like awesome like Disney villains, like those like really like you know
Scar.
Like Scar, Jafar, Hades, all
obviously evil villains. But,
but they're
still
awesome
have
villains.
a lot of
I like Frollo's good.
Anyway, that I think that's a topic for another time.
Okay, so let's just close.
So that.
Well, I mean, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. Buddy.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry. Okay, so closing thoughts.
That for fuck's sake, God damn it! I'm just for God's sakes.
Okay, so I'll shut up. Go.
So that was Zootopia. That was kind of like what we thought of it. It was pretty cool. I think we both enjoyed it.
I think I liked it more than you, fun. But I think we both agree it's a really good movie.
I definitely, especially when you like have been hyping it up. That kind of like put me into a skeptical mindset. So maybe that's why I've kind of viewed it. The next film, however,
pick. So since I picked the first movie, now it's Womble's turn, and I have absolutely no idea what the film is.
You liar! You absolute bone-faced liar. Yes, he does. He knows.
But the next,
basically, for the first two films, we agreed that we would share.
But after this, everything's a surprise. We don't. I picked my next movie pick, and Womble's picked his for animation. We don't know what it is though. But we know this one, and I'll shut up and you talk.
Thank you. So my movie is actually going back 15 years now. I remember when it first came. Actually, no, it's probably more than that. 1999. Jesus Christ, I'm old. I remember when this film first came out and I saw it in the cinema. It was one of the first things I saw in the cinema. And I was very scared of it and I didn't like it. And then when I rewatched it as an adult, I actually noticed a lot of really great moments in it. It's something that I really came to appreciate. I don't love it like Roy loves Zootopia, but I think it's a really great film to kind of sit and watch, and it's something with some really great themes in it. And my pick is The Iron Giant.
Yes, so I picked a movie that Womble hasn't seen. He's going to pick a movie that I haven't seen yet, so it's going to be interesting to see. And I've definitely heard a lot about this movie. I wouldn't say it's a hyped movie. It's more like, oh, this is an underrated gem.
I would say, yeah, it's one of those underrated movies.
Underappreciated.
Because it's Brad Bird before he did The Incredibles as well. And like The Incredibles is what set Brad Bird's... Well, I suppose he hasn't really done that much direction. But actually, no, I'd probably say Mission Impossible was what set Brad Bird doing more movies.
Speaking of which, excited for Incredibles 2. But Cars...
Yes, I am, actually, yeah.
But also
The Incredibles 2, that's something that I've been looking forward to for a long time.
But also, like, Cars 3's also got a trailer. I think it's
Oh, God.
Okay, we'll stop talking. But,
No, we don't want Cars 3.
Okay. I mean, I don't want it, but I'm slightly intrigued by it. But... I mean,
anyway, yeah. So this is now your chance to go out, watch The Iron Giant if you wanna, if you want to, like, because we will on the next Movie Mumbles we will definitely be talking about The Iron Giant. We'll be giving out spoilers. We'll be talking about the plot, anything we can really talk about it. Like, we'll probably go off on tangents like we have in this episode as well.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I can't wait for that. So.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it as well. It's something that I always like to rewatch every so often, and I thought I'd rewatch it for this.
Okay. So this has been the first ever new Movie Mumbles podcast.
Oh, damn it!
What?
It's just a shame. I've got a sweet in my mouth, by the way. It's just.
Wait, why would you eat?
It's just a shame. It's just Movie Mumbles. See us, Movie Mumbles. Bye, folks.
This is the first. You never want to do a traditional ending. You always want to do like this bullshit quick ass ending, and then we always include the shit at the end where we always arguing, and we extend it further than if we just did the traditional ending.
Hey, listen, I'm the lazy train wreck sort of person. Everything I know, everything I do is gonna go wrong anyway, so I may as well just embrace it and go along with it.
Okay. Whatever. So, fuck it, let's just end this. That's it. Movie Mumbles, see you next time. Iron Giant, suck a dick. Bye.
See ya.